Hi everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Mark. Today we're going to learn how to make a cheesecake surprise. What's so unique about this cheesecake is it's a banana flavored cheesecake, and it has caramel little drops that are swirled into it. And then I'm going to actually infuse chocolate cream cheese into spots, caramel cream cheese into spots, and strawberry cream cheese into spots. So when you actually slice up, you're actually going to have that flavor in that slice. It's actually going to start with a graham cracker crust, and the graham cracker crust involves 1.5 cups of graham crackers crushed. And I actually put them in a roller and I crush them, or I put them in a bag and I crush them. It seems to be the best way that it works for me. The crusting involves butter, 1/3 cups of butter melted, and 3 tablespoons of sugar, and the graham cracker crust. And that's the first part we're going to do right now. So as you can see, I've already combined everything. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a fork and we're just going to mash it all together. Make sure everything is mixed in there. You want to make sure that the sugar and the butter and the graham crackers are all combined into a thoroughly mixed mix. You know, it sounds weird saying the word twice. So we'll just get this all mixed in here. And then we're going to layer it out on a 10-inch springform pan. Now I'm actually making 2 of these. I'm making one for the house, and I'm actually making one for work. So we're just going to, with the cheesecake, with the cream cheese that they want me to use, or that I'm going to use, it's actually going to be enough for all 3, or for all 2 of them. This looks like it's just about mixed. Now after you get this mixed, you're going to set it in the refrigerator, and you want it to chill. We're going to let it chill until the cream cheese mixture is mixed for the cheesecake mixture. So let's get this all mixed. Now when you mix this, it should be all clumpy, which is just what I have here. I'm still finding little bits of sugar, so we're still going to mix this. Now, I've never made graham cracker crust with sugar, so this is a new one for me. Alright, this is all mixed. Now, we've got it in the pan, and we're just going to level it out and pack it down into the bottom. Make sure it's nice and packed in there. Normally when I make my 7-layer cookie bars, or as I now call them, 7 layers of heaven, I actually use 1.5 cups of graham cracker crushed, and that fits in a 9x13. So I knew that I was actually going to have leftovers on these, because this is 2 small pans. I actually decided to use the 9-inch springform pan and a 8-inch pan to make this work the way I want. Now after you get this all pressed down, You're simply just going to put it in the refrigerator and you're going to let it chill. And then you're going to start the cheesecake mixture. Now the next part to this is actually the bananas, and you're going to use 3 bananas on this. You want to mash them down. And before we go any further, I should let you know that you want to take the cream cheese out and let it thaw and on the counter, because you don't want it cold. You want it room temperature, and as well as the eggs, make sure they're room temperature. So what we're going to do is we're just going to mash these. And when you get done, they should look something like this. Now, after you get done, they should look like this, as I stated. We're going to just put a lid on that because we don't need them right yet. And just put it in the refrigerator for the time being. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to make the cream cheese mix. Now, the cream cheese mix, it is 4 8-ounce packages, 1 cup of sugar, 4 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. Vanilla extract. So let's get these put in here. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add the cream cheese, you're going to add the sugar and the vanilla. And you're going to start this off, and then you're going to gradually add 1 egg at a time on this until all the eggs are in. So let's get this started. Now, I will tell you, before you put the eggs in, it's going to be really hard to mix this, even with a mixer, because the cream cheese is so thick and there's no liquid to it added to it. After you add the eggs, it does tend to get a little bit easier, and you can see that it's mixing all through this. Now, I've added the eggs, I've added the sugar, and I've added the vanilla. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the those bananas that we've already grinded up, chopped up. So all we're going to do with this is just simply pour this right in here. Now you can use 1, 2, 3 bananas. It's really up to what you want to do. I've used 3 bananas. And we're just going to mix this all in here. Now, when you get done, you should have a banana flavor to your cream cheese. Now, we're going to taste this to see if it actually tastes like banana. It's got the banana flavor to it, and it tastes so good. Now we're going to add the caramel drops, and what they are they're actually called Kraft bits. You can buy them in the baking department, and they're little tiny balls. And if you look, you can see that's how big they are. With these in here, this is actually going to infuse, and when they melt, they're actually going to melt right into the cream cheese.
So every bite that you get is going to be a little taste of caramel.
Now this is all done, so the next step is to actually pull some out. What we're going to do is we're going to pull some out so we can actually make some strawberry cream cheese, some caramel cream cheese, and some chocolate cream cheese. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add about 3 tablespoons of each one of those flavors into little cups, and then we're going to add some cream cheese into that, or to the cheesecake mixer into that, and then we're just going to mix it all up, and then we're going to put it in a decorating bag, and we're going to infuse it into the cheesecake as I stated earlier. And if you noticed, I don't have any specific brand of these flavors. This is Nestle's Quick. This is Walmart Caramel, and this is Hershey's Chocolate Syrup. So it doesn't really matter which kind you use. If you like the store brand, get the store brand. If you like Hershey's, get Hershey's. Nestle's Quick just came out with chocolate and strawberry syrup, and I find the strawberry syrup is so enticing to the tongue. It's got a very rich flavor, and that's why I like it. So the next thing we're going to do, as I stated, is we're going to put some of this in some cups. And these are the cups that I have. And then we're going to mix it with the flavors. And then we're going to pour the rest of this into the 2 pans. So if you've ever gone to the grocery store, you've gone into the bakery or the frozen department, you'll see the cheesecakes over there. And they have the cheesecakes that have the assortment that you can actually try. It's a sample pack. Basically what I'm doing is I'm doing the sample pack. But I'm actually doing it all at one shot. So I'm actually going to make the regular cheesecake, and then I'm just going to put this into the cheesecake mix afterwards, because I actually want all the flavors. That's why I'm doing it. So if you look, you can actually see I have my strawberry, I have my chocolate, and I have my caramel. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the mix that we have right here, and we're actually going to pour this into the 2 pans, and then we're going to pour this into the little spots as I stated. Now you can either use these right here, these little bags, or you can simply take a spoon and just dab it into the location, and you're just going to go around. So if it's a 16 slice, you're going to do 4 of each with the flavors, and make sure they're all together, because the last thing you want to do is if somebody says I want a chocolate and you don't know where the chocolate one is. So make sure you put all your 4 chocolates, all your caramel, and all your strawberry all together. And that way, when you pull it out, you'll know what you're getting. So the next step, like I said, is we're going to actually put this into the pans. Now, if this is what they should look like when you get done. Now, if you were to cook these just like this, they're perfect. I mean, you can taste the banana, and once the caramel bits actually melt in there, you're going to taste the caramel. But like I said, we're going to add a little extra, and this is all you're going to do. The first thing you want to do is you want to know how many slices you're actually going to do. So you want to just simply take one of these and just simply go like that. And it should look something like this. So if you can't see it, there you go. And again, we're just going to simply go around. And it's going to actually bake right in there. And you're going to do this with all 4 of them, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so now if you look, I've actually swirled them in. You can see there is chocolate, there is the butterscotch, and there is the strawberry. And I've done it on both these pans. And all you have to do is just put it in there with a spoon and just do a little line through with a spatula. It'll actually infuse it into the cheesecake. So when you slice these up, you're actually going to slice it up to the amount of pieces you have. So I have 12 pieces here. I'm going to slice it up to that. I have 9 pieces here, and I'm going to slice this up into 9 pieces. Our next step, these are all done. Our next step is we're going to bake it. It goes in the oven for 325, at 325 for 55 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer, a little bit less. It's based on the center. All you want to do is you just want to, in 50 minutes, just pull it out and check the center. And if it's set, then pull it out. If it's not, just add more time to it. So I will see you back here in about 55 minutes.